Catherine. Yeah, that's right. Looks like the weather will hold up for that watch party, for that puck drop. I know it's starting to get cloudy behind me, and just to err on the side of caution, there could be a shower around 8, 9 o'clock. Not necessarily going to be 100% dry, but it will be very brief. And I do have high hopes that it may not materialize. Also, 13 degrees just now outside the Toronto airport. But, you know, I was speaking with a colleague earlier today who said when they were coming in, it was really sunny, but it didn't feel that warm. And you're absolutely right. It's because we're dealing with a lot of this wind from the north, at times the northwest, not a friendly direction. We're seeing that cool air start to set in, and it's become so cool in the next few hours that we've got frost advisories. North Bay, Sudbury, temperatures at the freezing mark, if not below, heading into the overnight tonight. We're not there yet in Toronto. 8 degrees for that overnight low, still slightly below average. Fort Erie, Windsor, Ontario, similar story. Now, we've still got that rain and cloud cover on the radar. It's mostly lingering in the east and around Bruce County for any of our viewers over there. In the next few hours, expected to linger a little while longer, but starting to dry up heading into your Monday. A cloudy start to the day and even a chance to see some wet snow. Peterborough, Apsley, into Muskoka. But watch what happens as the afternoon progresses. That high pressure starts to take over. Wall-to-wall sunshine, except for some select communities in the east. Cornwall and Ottawa might get shut out from that sunshine for a little while come tomorrow. Now, it's really sunny. Will it be warm? Well, not necessarily. 14 degrees is that high, already below average, but with the winds from the north-northwest, might feel closer to 11 degrees. Catherine?
Thank you, Noor. Prime Minister Mark Carney said Sunday morning. Time now to check in on the long-range weather forecast, and for that we're joined by Noor Rafat. And Noor, we've been hearing a lot about active weather.
Yes, that's certainly the case, Catherine. It's been quite the few days in Ontario, Quebec. Risk of active weather heading into the Maritimes as well. The good news is the active part of that low-pressure system is dying down, so not expecting a whole lot of thunderstorms in the next few days. Now we have to deal with the rain, the cloud cover, and the cooler conditions. Not expecting a whole lot of rain or cloud cover in Toronto tomorrow, but you can certainly expect some cooler conditions. Highs at around 14, 15 degrees, but with that wind chill, might feel closer to 11 or 12 in the afternoon. The good news is we've got a whole lot of sunshine throughout much of the day. So if you've got plans, spend it outside. It will be a nice day, but be prepared for cooler conditions. So dress for those elements, or don't. I won't call the cops on you if you're wearing shorts, but don't say I didn't warn you. In Midwestern USA and southern USA, a devastating situation unfolding. The death toll continues to climb, up to 26 people dead, thousands without power because of these powerful storms and tornadoes over the past little while in Kentucky, Missouri, other areas like Illinois. That same system was active just the same time last night in Ontario, and in fact in Quebec as well. Those severe thunderstorms potentially reaching tornado levels. Environment Canada is investigating the possibility of a tornado touching down in Howick, Quebec. So that is ongoing. The good news is that activity is dying down, as I mentioned. The rain and the cloud cover will also start to move out as early as tomorrow afternoon, lingering around the east with those clouds, but for the most part wall-to-wall sunshine as you head towards the north and southwestern Ontario. Tuesday, a beautiful sunny start as well for most, but that cloud cover starts to close in from both directions, and that's in anticipation for some wet weather rolling in later Wednesday evening. So it will be a little while before you see the rain, but the sunshine won't be eternal. Make sure you enjoy tomorrow, the start of your Tuesday as well, because then things will get cloudy and wet for a decent stretch heading into the latter half of this upcoming week. Cooler across the board. Barrie, 12 degrees, 16 in Peterborough, 18 in Brantford, and 16 in Stratford. Your next 7 days, take a look at that. It's down to 11s and 10s and 12s Wednesday with that cloud cover, with that rain. And as you head into the weekend, slightly warming up, but the entire week spending time with temperatures below average. At least you've got some sunny breaks on Sunday to keep you company with these slightly cooler conditions.
Well, Canadians are gearing up to enjoy warm. It was a nice and sunny Sunday afternoon across the GTA today, but will that hold on for the rest of the long weekend? For more, let's check in with weather specialist Noor Rafat. Noor, how are things looking?
Hey, thanks very much, Catherine. Well, the short answer is yes. You can expect a lot more sunshine headed your way come tomorrow. Warm conditions, though. Not so much. It wasn't exactly warm today either. 17 degrees is decent. It's still below average in Toronto, but I was hearing some comments from coworkers coming in earlier today when it was sunny that it didn't feel that warm, and they're absolutely right. We're dealing with a lot of that wind activity gusting near the 50-kilometer-per-hour range in Toronto, up to that amount heading into Ottawa, and that made things feel a whole lot cooler. It is making things feel a whole lot cooler at this hour. Now, we were hoping maybe potentially those skies would remain dry, but we did see drizzles push in around the evening hours in the GTHA and extending all the way towards the Bruce County area. Now, the heavier rain that has been tracking further and further east, still pummeling areas like Montreal, other sections of Quebec later this evening. Things are starting to cool down hour by hour, and we're seeing frost advisories in place up in Sudbury, North Bay, for temperatures nearing the freezing mark overnight tonight. Not quite going to get there in Toronto, Fort Erie, London, but those temperatures are actually slightly mild, or slightly cooler rather than average. Should be around 10 degrees for that overnight low. You're like, let's go, lady, tell me about the sunshine. Well, there'll be a lot of it tomorrow, especially into the afternoon. Deceiving cloudy start to the day, some wet snow, Peterborough, Apsley, North Bay. But as that afternoon progresses, watch what happens. High pressure, wall-to-wall sunshine, safe for some select communities. Ottawa, Cornwall, don't shoot the messenger. I'm trying my best, okay? It's not my fault. Temperature-wise, though, how about a high of 15 degrees in Toronto? Lagging behind, sunshine, will it help? A little bit, but it will be windy, which will make things feel cooler, closer to 11 with that wind chill. Kat?
Thank you, Nora. Let's check in on the long-range weather forecast, and for that we're joined by weather specialist Noor Rafat. And Noor, a lot of active weather lately.
Yes, that's certainly been the talk of the town across Ontario, Quebec, extending into Atlantic Canada, and even into parts of the United States where we're seeing some deadly storms, Kat. The good news is a lot of that active weather in this side of the country has been dying down, but now we're left with that cloud cover, that rain, and those cooler temperatures. Well, the good news for Toronto specifically, you won't have much cloud cover tomorrow or much rain, but you'll certainly be dealing with the cooler conditions. You're high at about 14 degrees. A lot of sunshine, yes. If it wasn't for the sunshine, it would be colder. But with those winds gusting up to 45, maybe 50 kilometers per hour, it may feel closer to 12 or 11 with that 14-degree high. So you'll certainly need a layer of clothing, an additional layer of clothing when you're outside. Or not. If you like to wear shorts in 11-degree to 14-degree weather, I won't call the cops on you. We've got a lot of devastating weather from Texas all the way to Nebraska in the United States. At least 27 people or 28 people dead across large parts of that country with some devastating tornadoes. Now, the system had severe potential yesterday. It certainly did do some severe damage to areas like Quebec. Severe numbers, I should say, to areas like Quebec with upwards of 70 millimeters of rain, a tornado being investigated in Howick, Quebec. Didn't see much severity for large parts of Ontario, although in the east we were monitoring that situation closely with those severe thunderstorms. The good news is the active weather is expected to die down, or has already died down, I should say, in Ontario. And come tomorrow, a lot of sunshine throughout the course of the day, save for some select communities. Tuesday beginning with a beautiful sunny start, but as the day progresses, you're going to start to see that cloud cover push in and close in from two different directions, and that's in anticipation of that wet weather rolling in later Wednesday evening. So it'll be a little while before you see the return of the wet weather. Any sunshine that you see is hopefully sunshine that you enjoy and take advantage of, because it'll be a wet and cloudy stretch then beginning Wednesday evening for large parts of the GTHA. Cooler conditions in Belleville, Cobourg, Peterborough tomorrow, 16 in Niagara Falls, 15 in Stratford, so still manageable but below average. Your next 7 days, then it gets cooler. Tuesday 13 degrees, 11 on Wednesday with that heavy rain. Thursday, Friday 10 and 12, and heading into the weekend, unfortunately struggling